I have a budding author who's online too called Terry Blackmore. And I'm also wanting to talk about tools and first aid kits. Oh, it's Josh. There we go, buddy. We got both of you up here now. How's it going, mate? It's Terry. It's Josh the Chalk Blackmore. Yeah, the walking wound, exactly. Oh man, nightmare. Yeah, we just chatting to your dad about his books. I'm trying to get other people in. I've got some tools here to chat about, and got my first aid kit here. If people want to ask questions about my first aid kit, but yeah, it's a nightmare trying to get people on here. I keep trying to get on a bit later on just to see if see when people are coming on, but this time of night it just seems a bit quiet. Everyone's busy having dinner and things. So I'm heading out this weekend. I'm gonna get out for a solo trip. I was just telling your dad there. I'm gonna get out and do some and test myself a bit. I think I'm just gonna take the shovel with me. I got. Did I show you this yet? You've seen this yet, Josh? Have you? I think I showed you this. I'm gonna take the Spetsnaz shovel out and give her a good test. I think I'm just gonna go with the tarp, wool blanket, and that's about it really. And test myself a bit, and then forage for my food too. See what's up there. I'm expecting snow up there still, because if we got snow down here, there'll definitely be snow up there. So I'll probably end up taking snowshoes with me, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, Terry. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. Yeah. You know what? I keep seeing him touting those. I love the idea of it. I mean, for a first aid kit, brilliant. I mean, here's my one. That's mine at the minute. I mean, that's my first aid kit, and it just opens up. Similar sort of thing. I got the old tourniquet there. I got the scissors. I got everything accessible. But yeah, I mean that roll that he does. It's a great idea. But I can't see how he touts it for bugging out. Because I mean, if you trust me, if you get bugged out of a location and you've got to be out there within a couple of minutes, you're not going to be, and unless you're organized with it and you put your gear back into it that night before you go to bed or whatever, you're going to be fumbling around trying to find places to put that stuff. So for a bug out like situation where you're running from people or if people are going to attack you, it's not going to work. But I mean, for an everyday thing for backpacking, brilliant idea to keep everything organized. Because I find that I have trouble with that is especially in the top of my backpack where I put all my little knickknacks, like my candle, bog roll, hand sanitizer, little things like that. I mean, that little bug out roll would be great for that. Oh, and great, yeah, it would be great for a vehicle too. Spare bulbs in there, get your spare bulbs in there, get a few extra tools. It does have a lot of great uses. It's definitely a good idea for sure. Yeah, there's just so many possibilities with it. Oh, big time, big time. I've got fed up of cramming a lot of gear into a small backpack now. So so I bought that 120 liter backpack, Belgian Army one. So at least then, if when I'm not taking as much gear, I can just chuck it straight in that and go, and it's nice and quick. I'm not cramming stuff in. I'm not trying to repack stuff like a friggin' like Tetris. Oh, it is a monster. It's a beast. But yeah, I don't want to play Tetris with my gear anymore. I just want to throw it in my bag and go. I'm fed up of it. That's what I'm working towards. Yeah, check it out. It's a Belgian army basically backpack. Oh, solid. It's solid. It is, and it just keeps eating my gear. Yeah, that's good going. That's a beast. That's a good sized pack for sure. You got all your food in there too. Food and water. Water weighs a ton. It's quite crazy. It's like £8 a gallon, I believe, something like that. So that takes up a lot, yeah. And that's one thing we were lucky with in Ontario is water. We get a lot of fresh water around, so it's easy to find it. I feel sorry for the people down in the deserts and stuff down south, down like Arizona, where there's a lack of water down there. No, that's it. That's what I mean. It's a thing. If you know how to process your water, and you're golden. You're golden, really. How's your day been, Josh? What have you been up to? I keep twisting his arm to get his company up and running and get his blog up and running. I'm gonna keep busting your balls until we get that video. You get that first video done, Josh. Yeah, I. Oh, exactly. That's the first step. Is yeah, is keeping the chalk out of hospital. Uh, we should start doing a medical response time video for you and administering first aid. Exactly. Terry could bring along his Canadian prepper first aid roll. I can bring along my first aid kit. We could test them out and do a little challenge thing. See who can treat you the quickest. Exactly. Perfect. That'd be a fun video. I think we lost Josh there. And we're down to just you and me. Oh no, we got you still. Yeah. What is it? Either a drill or a jeep. Well, that makes two of us. Though I've had my fair share lately. Ah, no worries, buddy. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, Terry, it would be. Like I said, I'm starting. I've got two courses booked now. For the end of one for the end of May and one for the first weekend in June. Where I'm taking 8 people out into the Queen Elizabeth. Actually, so I'm going to find a place to take them this weekend up in Queen Elizabeth because it's a great place for parking. I've just got to find a big enough site with the resources for eight people. So taking them up there, I'm teaching them some stuff, and I think I've always got a second course booked as well. I've got 3 people on that at the moment, and somebody's still trying to find friends to let me know what numbers she's thinking. Yeah, definitely, definitely. That one video I just did was good fun. It was good fun to play with because you immobilize a part of your body, and then try and do stuff. It's interesting. It's interesting to play with. Like just getting up that bloody hill with Yeah, I'm traveling light this weekend, Josh. I'm gonna be running. I'm basically just started doing. Oh, that's killer. 220 right off the bat, beast. That's good going. Yeah, no, hey Terry, you're more than welcome, buddy. And but this weekend I'm going to be traveling light. I'm just taking a tarp, a wool blanket, and probably the Spetsnaz shovel. No firelighting gear, no food, and I'm just going to basically scrounge off of what I can from the wilderness and get some videos in. And I'm basically going to be running everywhere, so it's going to be a fast-paced weekend for me. I mean, we building camp as I go and just tearing it down every morning and moving on again. So I'm gonna explore the area towards where we camped out that night. But yeah, just moving around like that. Ah, Terry, no, we'll get you out at some point for sure. So Callan, what sort of workout are you doing now, buddy? Just what are you working towards? You doing heavy lifts or you training for something? Yeah, we'll Terry, we'll definitely plan a weekend, mate. We'll get out and I'll definitely help teach you some stuff and share some knowledge for sure. I check out that rap of yours then as well. That'd be good. Nice general strength at the moment. Squats and deadlifts yesterday with 3 mile run leg set. Yeah, tell me about it. I just got back to the working out this week too. And what am I doing? I'm doing what's it called? Just give me 2 seconds. I started a seal grinder PT routine, and yeah, the last couple of days has been fun. My legs ache, and the minute I got a nice workout ache going. Hello everyone, we're up to 6 people now. Brilliant, good to see you. 5 people. How you doing, everyone? Yeah, I'm talking first aid kits. We're talking tools. I got a ton of tools here to play with. I got saw, axe, Swiss Army knife, uh, Spetsnaz shovel, first aid kit to chat about. Let's ask me questions. Let's get some stuff going, have some fun, and get a chat going. Anyway, steel grinder PT. Yeah, I've just started that now, so I'm just getting back into the heavy working out almost every day. I've still got a run. I still got an hour run to do tonight, and a bit of a weighted ruck march. I think I may do. I may do that. I may no. I'm gonna go for a run tonight. I need a good run. Get the lungs working a bit. So that's tonight. What type of saw is that, Nick? This one here is a Komelon Saw, 13 inch, and I picked this up from Princess Auto actually, made in Korea and put together in the US. And so far, it cuts wood like a knife through butter at the moment. It's like a cheaper version of a silky, and that's currently what I'm testing out. I'm going to be testing this out in the coming future a bit more. But so far, she's been brilliant. For the price I paid for, I paid $25 from Princess Auto. Came with that nice solid sheath with the drainage holes there, and of course, yeah, it's thin and flexible, but yeah, this is a little cheaper than a silky. I showed Josh it the one time when we took it out, and it cuts nice, cuts like a knife through butter through wood. So So I've got 5 people on at the minute. If you haven't said hi already, come say hi. Join in the conversation. If you have any questions about anything, reference survival, bushcraft. I got a first aid kit with me. If you want to know what's in my first aid kit, I'll show off bits and bobs. I got axe with me. This is my trusty axe I usually take with me. I blued it. I blued her recently, so she's protected at the minute. And what else I got? I got my NE number 2 knife. The NE number 6 at the minute is currently waiting for a new sheath when I get around to making it. And I'm actually going to do that online. I'm actually going to do a video of that online because I've just bought a speedy awl. I want to try out. So I'm going to try and make that into a video of me using the speedy awl to make a leather sheath. So we've got 4 people on. Who's the 4th? Who's the 4th? Come say hello. Don't be shy. Ask some questions. Oh yeah, that's right. It was you. I knew somebody wanted to know was in my first aid kit. Right. Let's go through it, shall we? So this is my main first aid kit for group expeditions. I usually carry this by myself too, because you know what, you never have too much first aid kit really. But a lot of the time I've just got a small cuts kit, which just consists of a couple of band-aids, some gloves, a good like 4 pads of gauze and some tape, some medical tape. And that there is just in case I'm out there using the axe. I've got the cuts kit on my belt. If I'm using the axe and I slice myself, I can throw some gauze over the wound and get myself to the main first aid kit. I'll get myself to wherever I need to, and that gauze will just stop the bleeding. And it's a tourniquet. That comes back from my army days. I always carry a tourniquet with me. You should actually technically carry 2, but I just got the 1 at the minute. I could improvise a second one. And unless you know how to use these and you've been taught how to use them, don't carry one or seek training, because yeah, you could do some damage with these if you don't know how to use them properly. Okay, so tourniquet, straight out of the box, tourniquet. Then I have some of the wrap, basically medical wrap that they use for horses. It basically binds on itself and sticks to itself. It doesn't stick to anything else. So if you're doing a wound on somebody's arm, it's not going to stick to their arm, but it will still stick to itself nicely. Again, I got that off wish.com for pretty cheap. It was like a buck a roll. I bought a couple of rolls for the dogs. These are tablets: ibuprofen, paracetamol, Gravol for any bad stomach or if you're feeling sick or anything. Just a few tablets. Of course, if you're allergic to anything, it's good to have antihistamines in there and things like that. All waterproof. Spare batteries for flashlights, GPS, etc. Then we're into the main part. I've got the main gauze pads accessible. So I got a lot of gauze, because you never know. You're playing with axes and saws, you could slice yourself open pretty bad. I got another elastic bandage. Lots of stuff to pad the wound with if it happens. Cotton buds help get crap out of it and help get crap out your wound and irrigate the wound and clean out the wound a little bit. Gloves, ready to rock, because the one time I was out teaching and the one guy decided to use his axe and cut towards his hand and then wondered why he sliced his thumb open right here. So yeah, I ended up getting blood all over my hands and I was covered. I looked like a murder scene. So I always make a point now to carry gloves with me. I got 2 sets of gloves in my cuts kit, and I've also got about 2 sets of gloves in here too. So we're still on the center compartment. I got Vaseline. Lots of uses. There's always time for a bit of lube. And got some polysporin, tweezers, thermometer, and of course then I've got good old duct tape on a plastic card and some medical tape. So basically all that stuff there is stuff for an emergency. If you get bad cuts, I can patch them up pretty quick, get it sorted out, put a tourniquet around it, etc., etc. So that's all quick stuff. If I need to get to, they're there. This the left hand side here, I got some good snips. These are always great to have. To Charlie Harmon, nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining in. We're talking gear, first aid kit, and yeah, any questions you have, feel free to throw them at me. I'm just going through my first aid kit at the minute. So what we got here? Snips for cutting off clothes, etc. Get yourself a good set of snips. They're worth their weight in gold. A lot quicker than trying to use your knife and trying to be so careful as not to cut the person. Tongue depressors, because you never know when you're going to need those, and you never know when you have to clean out somebody's throat if they're choking on something. I got a couple of triangular bandages, because they're handy for lots of things. You can use those to wrap the wound with, just multi-use things. Also good slings. More sterile first aid dressings. You can never have too many dressings. I do have to pick myself up some Israeli dressings, actually. Some of the old military style dressings, because they're so thick and padded. They're worth having, big time. I've got a no bleed tincture, because I use this first aid kit for the dogs too. So this is always handy to have if you've got pets. For little cuts. I use it on myself as well. I'll stop bleeding pretty quick. What else I got in there? I got these all band-aids, alcohol wipes, just little things like that. And an extra set of gloves. Oh, I've got 3 sets of gloves in here actually. And then moving on to the mesh part. This is my 3rd set of vinyl gloves, plus a face shield. Of course, it's always handy to have a face shield, because you never know who you've got to give mouth to mouth to. Yeah, I won't go into that. Insect bite wipes. I got safety pins, more alcohol wipes. Again, more sting relief, alcohol wipes. In here, I've got water purification tablets. These are great ones. These are aqua tabs. And 2 tabs does 1 liter of water. So it's always handy to know how much water your water bottle holds. And then I've got 2 of your thermal blankets, your Mylar blankets. So that's what's in my first aid kit. Any questions, guys? That's what's in my first aid kit right there. I'm gonna pack that all the way in a minute. There's lots in there. It's surprising how much this thing fits. Hopefully, I give you some ideas to what to add to your first aid kit. If anybody noticed that I'm missing anything or has any suggestions, feel free to throw them in. I'm always open to new suggestions for sure. For axe wounds, a fellow should have some Celox. What's Celox, buddy? Terry, what's Celox? I've also got some butterfly strips too. They're inside my cuts kit. I know. I just seen 3M have actually come out with some brilliant new wound closing type of strips that go on your arm, and you basically pull them together to pull the wound back together. So I'm gonna look out for those and probably pick those up one day. Callan, that's all right, buddy. It's always you know what? It's always handy to have a small first aid kit on you, even if it's just an individual one. Get a good one off of the shelf and then add to it. That's my add to it, take away from it, and that's my advice really. Because a good one off the shelf will give you a good base kit, and then of course if you add to it, then you can add your personal stuff to it and add extra stuff in. But for example, I just went to Fortino's to pick up some recovery powder for when I worked out and try and help my muscles recover a bit quicker. And on my way in, this old gentleman had fallen and smashed his head off the floor. So it's again first aid training, knowing what to do in that situation is always key, and having a first aid kit and blankets in your vehicle. It's definitely a handy thing because I mean it's still chilly out where I am at the minute. I'm in Ontario, Canada, as most of you on here know, and yeah, it's still chilly out at the moment. So this gentleman had taken a fall. He tripped on a raised bit of concrete, smashed his head. He's in his 80s. So his wife was a bit panicky and a bit shocked. So she stood there kind of panicking and holding his head. And I get there and she's saying, "Oh, let's get him up, let's get him up." And I'm like, "No, he's going to stay seated because I do not want him to go into shock." So that was one thing just so that was one thing I just had to insist on, and then I had to sit behind him and basically prop him up and make sure I keep talking to him, make sure the old man didn't go into shock. His wife had his head wound pressed with pressure on it, so I just sat there, made sure he didn't go into shock, and kept him talking. And yeah, I think the old guy should be okay. He seemed okay, but you never know. You never know. The paramedics got there, got him on a stretcher, got him to the hospital. Celox hemostatic wound. Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of that. We use similar sort of stuff. What was it? Quick clot. I think we used to use. It was made of shellfish. You basically pour it. Yeah, you pour it granular. Yeah, it's the same thing. Basically the same thing. You pour it into a wound, and it's meant to stop the bleeding. Basically, it hurts like hell, and it chemically cauterizes the wound on the inside. We have 5 people here now. Join the conversation, people. If you haven't said anything yet, join the conversation. Come on in. I said I'm talking first aid kits. I've just been through my first aid kit, and I've got a few tools here to play with. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me about them. So I got a Spetsnaz shovel, camper's axe, Swiss Army knife, my saw, and of course my any homemade any number 2, forged in my old garage. So yeah, that's it. Quick clot. I actually want to pick up some of that stuff because that's handy to have if you know how to use it. But yeah, you never know. I mean, quick clot would be great to definitely have for this stuff. I mean, if you're swinging the axe, it goes into your shin, it's gonna make a big hole, as I found out. And Josh knows too, actually. Charlie Harmon, that's all right, buddy. Yeah, if you have any questions about anything, guys, just feel free to jump in and ask them. Bushcraft, survival, anything at all. I just thought I'd add a couple of subjects um, just to get the conversation started. Currently in my 23-foot travel trailer that we've been living in now for 3 weeks. Getting used to it. Love it in here. It's nice and comfy. And yeah, we're just basically gearing up to get traveling. Oh, the new Celox stuff. That must be the new stuff? Because yeah, I saw the American military have brought out this new stuff. You basically inject it into the wound and it expands. That's interesting. I gotta check that out. I don't think we can buy it though as civilians, but we could probably get it online though. You can probably get everything off of online. So has anybody got any trips planned coming up? Anybody heading out into the woods? Anybody heading out to do anything on the weekend? Any plans? Absolutely nothing. That's all right. We all need absolutely nothing weekends now and again. Absolutely nothing weekends are great. Maybe more gym time. That's the spirit. You got to get into it and just smash it. Get out there and get going and keep going. I've been on a slump for the past year, a year and a little bit now because I took a whole December off. I took a whole month off with no physical activity whatsoever. Basically drank and ate the whole month. And ever since then, my mindset has just been uh yeah, so I'm forcing myself, and my brain keeps fighting me with it every step of the way to get back into working out and get back into a good routine. Yeah, I'm heading out this weekend. I'm heading out for a camping trip, and I'm heading out with just a tarp, wool blanket, this bad boy here, and probably some snowshoes if the snow's deep enough up there. And I'm heading out to go and struggle for the weekend and test my skills out, do some foraging for my food. I'm gonna have to make a container while I'm up there too, for to filter my water and well, boil my water, I should say, if there's snow. Should be a bit of a cheat because that'll make things easier for me. I've just got to make a container then to put the snow in and melt it. And yeah, it should be a good weekend. Going up there Friday, coming back Sunday at some point. Oh, Charlie, get back to it, buddy. Don't stay off it for too long. It honestly, your mind just gets into the habit of taking things easy and wanting it easy. So if you're gonna do it, get stuck in again, buddy, because it's hard getting back into it again. Really is. Yeah, get yourself a good routine going. I listen to podcasts now. I've just been listening to Jocko podcast, Unbeatable Mind, and things like that. They have a lot of good guys on, inspirational guys to get you motivated and get you stuck in. I've been listening to them in work, and it just drives me crazy being stuck in work. I just want to go and work out and get out there and kill it. So Josh, tell the guys. We got a couple of guys on here now. Tell the guys what your channel is going to be like, buddy. Your blog and your YouTube channel that you're setting up. We got 5 guys on. Somebody's not said hello yet. 57 kilos. Oh, you're trying to bulk up then, buddy, eh? Hey, Pavel, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, we've been talking first aid kit. We've been talking tools. I got a few tools here with me to show off and ask questions about. And you can ask me about any bushcraft survival questions you want to ask. And we're also talking workouts and getting motivated at the moment. Oh, you need to start, Charlie. You need to start eating them, buddy. That's crazy. I'm 6'2", and I'm probably 100 kilos, I believe. 100 kilos. I think I forget kilos. I'm in pounds at the moment over here. Oh, no worries, Pavel. Thank you for joining us anyway, buddy. It's nice for you to join in. Oh, Charlie, tell me about it. I was the same for many years. It's only since I turned 30 that my metabolism's actually slowed down a bit, and I can actually gain weight now. It's a pain in the butt, but yeah, just have faith, keep eating, eat the best stuff, eat good fats. Good fats are the way forward, and yeah, you'll get there eventually. How old are you, buddy? 19. Yeah, you got lots of years left to bulk up. Yeah, depending what, like you said, depending what you want to do, you may want to just do if you're trying to get big, you gotta maybe limit the cardio a little bit and just focus on doing big weight lifting, big build lifting. Blah, blah, blah. Get my speech sorted. Working on building up to big weight, doing less reps and things like that. Because if you do cardio, you're gonna keep your metabolism ticking over. And of course, eating a shit ton of stuff too would help. But a high metabolism, the same as I have. It's a pain in the butt. I can lose weight like that, and it winds the missus right up. Oh, how's the UK at the minute, guys? That's all it is, Charlie. Yeah, just be thankful. You're thankful it's not the other way around. Yeah, you got a chance to build it up. I'm pretty sure it's a lot harder to for a lot of people who are bigger. I'm pretty sure it's a lot harder for them to lose it than it is to gain it. So, Pavel, that's a good skill to have. That's a good thing to have. Nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, that's good. Yeah, my mum and dad said they've had a couple of nice days over there. We're we've had a nice day today actually, and it's looking up for this weekend, which is good because I was meant to go out last weekend, but we had an ice storm over here in Canada, which was a pain in the butt because I looked at the weather forecast and up north they just had continuous snow all weekend. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not traveling 4 hours up north to get snowed in. And then yeah, finally this week, now the week's turned nice. The weather forecast looks good, and yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good first proper outing of the year, which is going to be lovely. Be a good solo trip, I think. I'm looking forward to it. Cracking out the minimalist hiking boots too. We do a lot of running. Oh, it's your yeah. You're coming to the end of your summer down there, is it, Pavel? Christ, 41 degrees Celsius. That's insane. That's insane. Do you have any trips planned for the weekend, Pavel? It's Thursday. It's Thursday down there now, isn't it? I got a buddy who's in New Zealand. I have trouble keeping up with him. Hey, thanks, Josh. Thank you for joining us, Josh. Good to see you on here, buddy. Thanks for joining us. You take it easy, man. Well, I'll have to get hold of you soon. Next week we'll have to hang out. Oh, good for you, Callan. That's wicked. They put a bit more responsibility on you already. You know what? You got to start somewhere. You're young. You got to start somewhere, and you got to work your way up to stuff. Get a focus, get a passion, find it, and build up to it. You know. Well, like I talk to so many people. So, Pavel, do you get out into the bush at all? I mean, I'm interested. I'd love to come down there and go for a wander and check out their place and try not to get killed by the insane wildlife down there. Two conversations going in a minute. Oh, we've lost somebody else. Down to two. Oh no! I hope it's not. It shouldn't be mine now because I got a good signal out here at the minute. Ah, good. So I've got you. I've lost both my buddies there. I lost Josh and Terry. Oh, it's still a Pavel too. Brilliant. That's pretty crazy, Pavel. That'd be fun. That'd be amazing. Hey, if you're on Facebook, I have a Facebook group. If you what's that, Callan? It wasn't in the air and made a whole lot I didn't do it. Pavel, that's all right, buddy. Yeah, just yeah, like I said, whenever you get the chance to get out there, whenever you get out there, yeah, I'd love to see some photos of that stuff. That'd be amazing. Of course, it'd be a different world to what I'm used to. I'm used to the northern boreal forest, thick woodland, etc. So to see the Australian outback and things like and old mining towns down there, that'd be pretty cool. Ah, brilliant. So you haven't got long left then. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I saw that. Yeah. So I half sucked her out. That's oh yeah, it'd be crazy. They reckon they once that fuselage blew, it was exerting 800 pounds of pressure through that small gap. So yeah, it was like something out of the movies. You subject somebody's body to that, it's just basically gonna suck you out of that small hole, which is not nice. Yeah, that's kind of unlucky. Wrong place, wrong time, eh? If you're not already subscribed to my channel on YouTube, check that out. Subscribe, and yeah, this weekend I'm heading out into the woods, so I'll be doing getting a load of videos out there now, and yeah, keep me posted. I'd be good to see you again, and we'll have another chat again for sure and catch up. Yeah, oh, I got this bad boy here, the old Spetsnaz shovel. That'll do the job. She's razor sharp, she is. So that's what I would use. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hey, yeah, like I said, hey, please share, subscribe to my channel. That'd be great. I'm almost at 600 subscribers. Still working on the subscriber limit. So, hey, thanks, guys. All the best. Take care. Have a good week. I'll see you again soon. All right. Take it easy.